Hey, what's up guys? Guardian here, coming to you guys with a bit of a different video today. So I'm actually going to be doing a video where I go over every Alfred unit that we've been given in Cardfight Vanguard ever since its inception basically. And yeah, this is more so to sort of celebrate Alfred because we just got the retrain of King of Knights Alfred all the way back from Booster Set 1. He came out in Festival Collection 2025 and yeah, he's quite reminiscent of the old one, so it actually got me a little nostalgic, and I thought, you know what? I kind of want to make a video where I just go by all of the different Alfreds, because I was pretty sure I owned all of them, and I did. So, yeah. So join me in this little journey as we go through every Alfred in Cardfight Vanguard. So, I've even got a little side light on at the minute, so hopefully that'll make this video a little bit more cozy, and also show you a bit of the foiling on some of the cards as well, since it has changed over its lifespan in Vanguard. So, yeah. So to start with, we have Alfred Early. Now, I am aware that this card came out a bit later for us in English. Not too sure in Japan. But yeah, I know in the anime, Aichi started with King of Knights Alfred, like he got that first. And he got Alfred early, well, technically it was Kai, when he had to fight Aichi to get him out of, Psyqualia, like messing him up, basically. But Aichi did eventually play it when he went against Ren, so yeah. So Alfred Early, with his namesake, was not early. He was actually quite late. So yeah, but yeah, really cool artwork though. Very sort of a very nice scenery behind him, and as you can see as well, you've got Blaster Blade just chilling in the background there, which is actually in reference to his skill, calling Blaster Blade from the soul, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so we have Alfred Early. Do mind the bandage, by the way. Don't worry about that. All right, next we have King of Knights Alfred. This is probably my favorite Alfred of all of them, just because it's such a classic, nostalgic unit. I didn't get a chance to play the original Vanguard, like the Season 1 stuff. I came into the game during Limit Break with Gold Paladin and Ezel, and also Garmor. So I really know these units from the anime, basically, and watching Aichi play them. And yeah, they're just really cool, but I think I got lucky with this one because apparently King of Knights Alfred back then was quite expensive, like 20 to £25, and yeah, college me would not been able to afford that. So maybe I got lucky with that. But yeah, very cool skill. Calling any Royal Paladin, any Grade 2 Royal Paladin from the deck, a Counterblast 3. My goodness. Imagine doing that today. Crazy. We had 2,000 for each of your Royal Paladin rearguards, and of course, the infamous ability of he cannot be boosted, since of course he can power himself up anywhere. And you're going to be seeing that skill later, funnily enough. So yeah. Yeah, very cool, and I love the slashed foiling on this card as well. It's why it's one of my favorite units for the Alfred cards. I just love the foiling that this card got. Very cool, very sick. Right, moving on, we actually go past the Limit Break arc and go straight into Break Ride, since we actually don't see the Royal Paladins in Limit Break, because obviously the Void captured them. So we actually see Aichi's Royal Paladins return in the form of Gold Paladins with the Liberator archetype. So yeah, so Alfred is keeping his ability in the form of a Limit Break this time, gaining 2,000 power for each of your Liberator rearguards, and he has the Counterblast skill of Counterblast 2 Liberators, which was a E-special Counterblast, basically meaning that you needed to have named units to Counterblast specifically for this skill. Which you don't really see much of anymore, pretty much. I think they stopped it. I don't know if they continued it in G or not. Maybe. I can't remember. But anyway, he used to call Gold Paladins from the top of your deck, and of course you've got the old text of Lord, which is something you used to have on units just to prevent you from mixing them, because you used to be able to mix your clans in the original Vanguard, but they kind of wanted you to stick with Gold Paladins for this, and other Lord units as well. But yeah, very cool art. And also just the foiling on this one, very sparkly. It's got like a grid, like Oxo, tic-tac-toe sort of like foiling there. Very sick, very cool. Yeah, Liberators were definitely one of my favorite decks back then. And a card that I actually didn't play a whole lot because I was kind of waiting for a Legion to come out in English, was the Liberator Monarch Alfred, Monarch Sanctuary Alfred. And yeah, this guy, I kind of just refer to him as the fridge, because he's just built like a fridge and just an absolute unit. I mean, look at this guy. Look how tall this is. Like, how does this guy walk around? Like, he must just stand there and T-pose all day. Like, it's actually crazy. And you got you got Blastoise Liberator just hiding under the little flavor text over there. But yeah, this was pretty cool. I mean, this was Aichi's like ultimate Vanguard at the end of Break Ride, with the fact that you could like liberate the lock and get around it, calling an entire formation and going in for the win. And he even used the ultimate break skill against Kai, which gave him 10,000 power and a crit when he called Blaster Blade Liberator. So yeah, kind of like the finale unit for Aichi, basically. But then we have the next season being Legion, which I kind of bittersweet with Legion. Parts of it I love, parts of it I hate, but one thing we did get with Legion was, of course, the Legion mechanic, which, of course, I have to show you guys. If I'm going to show an Alfred with a Legion, I have to show the Legion mate, which is, of course, Blaster Blade, with the Seeker archetype this time. So we actually returned to the Royal Paladin clan with this, and one of the annoying things I remember with this was you couldn't get this artwork of Blaster Blade to go with Alfred unless it was in Legion Rare. Which was annoying because there was a triple rare version of this, but no triple rare version of this, or like a double rare version of this. So you had to get this in Legion Rare, which of course is going to mess up any sort of like OCD anyone might have, like me. I just like my cards in a certain way, and they didn't make it easy back then. So yeah. But yeah, Alfred Seeker, he had the Counterblast, E special Counterblast, so they did continue with this. Calling Seekers from the deck, and it was quite nice because this one gained the crit innately, whereas, of course, with Monarch Alfred, you have to do it from the ultimate break. You can kind of see, like, over the years, just how much more powerful Alfred was getting, and Seeker was definitely a good upgrade, getting that crit pressure and calling Seekers from the deck to build up your formation. And I always like to point this out, but yes, this is a misprint down here with Blaster Blade Seeker, saying that he's a Shadow Paladin. That is, of course, not the case. He is a Royal Paladin, but, you know, Bushiroad let that one slip through the factory when they were making that. So, yeah. So there we go. We got the Legion Rare version of those as well. Thought I'd show you guys the nice version of that. And going from yin to yang here, we have probably the least favourite of the Alfred units, which was the comic version of him. Basically, there was a comic booster, and they made a Legion with the original King of Knights Alfred, with his father, Azale. And you can kind of see that weapon there. It kind of joins together. I'm trying to get it to stay still. It's not working, but there you go. Yeah, very good job with that one, guys. Just, yeah, let's make the laser beams and a little part of the weapon there join up for the Legion. That'll do it. But yeah, this is basically just an exact copy of the original King of Knights Alfred, but I just don't like this art. I get it's meant to be like a comic version, a younger version of Alfred with his father, but I just don't like it. He looks a bit too derpy to me. You know, it's like if we go from this and go back just to look at, you know, this. I'm sorry, but this one's just better. Like, it's a shame they didn't do something interesting with like linking this version with the artworks, but alas, we got these instead, which you know, that's all the time I'm going to give them, honestly. I'm sorry, I just don't like that one at all. Alright, next we have the, which one was this? This was the character booster, which was Luminant Light King of Knights Alfred Oath. Some people might remember this for when Blasters won the 2018 World Championship, because this would come in handy for the Link Joker matchup, since it gave you access to striding into an Alfred G unit, which allowed you to unlock your rear guards, which is pretty good. But yeah, he also helped you do a bit of a grade 3 rush turn as well, calling some units to the field, and as you can see, we're keeping that Alfred ability of 2,000 power for each rear guard, but this time in the form of a GB2. So yeah, quite a unique artwork for this one. I wouldn't say it's like, I wouldn't say I like it like a lot, but it's okay. You know, it's fine. G was kind of a strange time, honestly, for me. I didn't really know what I was doing much in G besides some like Gurgwit and yeah, blasters and stuff. You know, I was trying to do what I could. Now, this Alfred, oh boy, I have a history of this Alfred. Yeah, giving a twin drive down here, giving twin drive to a blaster blade unit on your field. Pretty cool. And yeah, it was any blaster blade as well, which is really sick. So you can give it to Exceed, you could give it to the regular blaster blade. It was very sick, very cool. And just drive checking with a reguard was like not really seen as much back then, honestly. So this is quite a powerful unit for the time. Just to be able to do that. And I also remember pairing that up with a triple drive, you know, doing 5 drive checks on a turn, stacking all those crits on like the regular blaster blade, because you could then restand it with Floropald and Floggle, and just have even more pressure going. So yeah, Alfred Holy Server, really cool, and of course, the blaster deck in G was just really fun. Like I waited a long time for that deck to come out, and it only got better when we got Ganslot as a G unit as well. You know, in tandem with Alfred, it just made the deck flow a lot better. But of course, this video is about Alfred, and yeah, seeing Alfred as a G unit was really cool back then. Very sick. So that is it for that, and we're now going into V-Series, which we don't have a whole lot from, but we do have some. Now, of course, we can make a contrast here with the old versions as well, which is cool with this. So I'll just pull those out here. Now, we have, of course, to start with Alfred Early. So this came from the Aichi trial deck, of course, popping Blaster Blade out from your soul or from your hand, getting a draw and some power, so pretty decent overall. And of course, the imaginary gift mechanic coming in, with the force, giving more power to your units. Very cool. And now we contrast that with the old Alfred. Where is he? Alfred Early. So yeah, there we have side by side the original and the old one together. Well, the original and the retrain together. So there it is. So yeah, Alfred Early. And then next we have King of Knights Alfred, which this one's very much different. I mean, if you just look at these two side by side, I do like the art of this overall. It looks very like the color palette, like the popping of the colors is just really nice in this. I just love it. And yeah, I played this for a good amount of time. King of Knights Alfred was definitely good. 23k attacker when Blade was in your field, and you could call a Blaster Blade and give it 5k as well. So yeah, very cool. They were definitely going for more of a Blaster Blade centric identity with Alfred back in the V series, but old Alfred just being like Royal Paladin, like tribal basically, was also just a nice touch. Look how good that that slashed foil is. Like, I'm sorry, but this is why this is my favorite card of all the Alfreds. I'm sorry, but yeah, V series one was cool, but I'm sorry, but this one's the coolest. So finally, last but not least, we have the fridge. It is a fridge, I didn't lie. Monarch Sanctuary Alfred. So we've taken away the Liberator context here. We're just going with the regular Monarch Sanctuary Alfred. But yeah, as you can see, he's just... well, also, he's a Royal Paladin again this time. And instead of Gold Paladin, since we're not doing Liberator. But yeah, he was also Blaster Blade centric, giving power and shield, and being able to recycle them from the graveyard, from your drop zone, which was really good. Because I remember playing the Alfred deck, and yeah, you would definitely just run out of your Blaster Blades sometimes, and being able to recover them back was definitely useful. So yeah, but yeah, it's just he's just a massive fridge, isn't he? Look at him, like he cannot walk around in this, surely. Like it just makes me laugh over like every time I look at him. But he is cool. As much as I joke on him, he is a cool card. But yeah, but funnily enough, this is actually the final Alfred that we got until now, which is why actually I have this playmat out, is because this is literally the last Alfred that we got until the new one came out in Festival Collection. So this is, of course, a retrain of the original King of Knights Alfred, and I think they've done justice with this artwork. I think it looks really, really close in terms of like the style. Yeah, they've nailed it. And of course, he's got a much larger text box this time, but more or less in the same like context of like what this was to this. They've even kept the ability that he can't be boosted, which is just, it's just flavorful, isn't it? Like, he can't be boosted. He gets 2,000 for each rear, and if Blast Blood's in your soul as well, he can get a crit, as long as your opponent's Vanguard's grade 3 or greater. Of course, Energy Blast 3 as well to call a Royal Paladin in line with the old Counter Blast 3 to call a Royal Paladin grade 2, but yeah, we have changed. We now have energy in the game, so we can do 3 energy instead of 3 counterblast, which is it's a lot better, a lot better. And he's got the ability to restand your Royal Paladins for a counterblast, and then 2 if your opponent's at grade 3. So yeah, I think they've done justice with this one. Love the art, and I think they've definitely served Alfred really well. Now, in terms of the deck, in terms of how it performs, we'll just have to see. But I will say, I was actually very worried about this. I wasn't at all excited when Alfred got revealed. I thought, sure, it could be a fun deck, if anything, but I was kind of scared in that it was just going to flop on itself and just, like, you know, not perform well at all. But you know what? I've actually played this deck over the weekend with some friends, and it's okay. It's actually pretty good. You can get the ball rolling and get to like turn 4, turn 5, and get everything lined up. You can actually hit pretty hard, and I will say Soul Saver Dragon in paired up with Alfred is very scary. You can get a very scary kill turn sometimes set up with him. So yeah. Anyway, that is it for Alfred. I'll just lay out all these guys up here. I don't know if I've got enough room for all of them, but you know, we'll do our best. What we're gonna do? Let's move these guys so we can move these guys down. But yeah, it's actually surprising to just how many Alfreds there are. I'll just put the Alfreds down. We won't bother with anything else. Yeah, but it's actually quite a surprise just how many Alfreds there are overall. There's a lot of them, and yeah, it's just a wide history of this unit, and why I absolutely love the fact that he's returned to the D series in DivineZ. So yeah, so thank you Bushiroad for remaking the King of Knights. He is back. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little history video of Alfred. It was a nice trip to the past. And I will be profiling my Alfred deck very shortly. Give me like a few days and I'll do a profile for that. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Guardian, signing out.